Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. As the Paris Air Show draws to a close, one model of aircraft stands out from the rest. That said model is the Airbus A321XLR. Announced on the first day of the air show, the XLR would stand to dominate this entire air show, as orders flock in from all corners of the globe. At the time of production, Airbus received over 200 orders for the XLR, and they will begin delivery of those planes at 2023. Airlines that ordered or upscaled their orders to the XLR include Middle East Airlines, Qantas Group, American Airlines, JetBlue, and many more. Of course, these wouldn't be the only airlines ordering the XLR. Many more airlines are also expected to place orders in the near future. To refresh your memories, the XLR would have a range of 4,700 nautical miles, which is about 8,700 kilometers. In order to achieve this range, the XLR would have an increased maximum takeoff weight of 101 tons, an increase from the 97 tons of the LR version. It also has extra fuel tanks in its body to increase fuel capacity. The XLR would be able to carry between 180 to 220 passengers in a two-class configuration, while having a 15% increase in range compared to the LR version. As said by Airbus CEO William Foray to CNBC, why is the A321XLR so important? Because you can use a single-aisle plane to go on long distances. You could connect two cities that have no possibilities of connections with a good business case. So, it's creating a new market, plus it's also replacing the older generation planes that needed replacement. Obviously, Airbus is capitalizing on the fact that Boeing doesn't have a clear replacement to the 757 and the 767 series of aircraft. Some airlines are using the 787-8 to replace the 767, while using the 737 MAX to replace the 757. However, there won't be a perfect fit unless Boeing pushes up their NMA. The XLR specifications heavily mirror the Boeing 757, which has a range of up to 3,915 nautical miles or 7,250 kilometers, and it could carry 240 passengers in a two-class configuration. Many airlines, especially American Airlines, are turning to the XLR as a replacement for the 757, since Boeing has not released their new NMA yet. However, it could be noted that other airlines that operate the 757, like United, Delta, and Iceland Air, are still sitting on the fence about the XLR. United CFO Gary Lederman said to the press at Paris, "The XLR doesn't solve the Boeing 767 replacement issue. At the end of the day, people underestimate the cost of complexity of multiple fleet types, and that's very important to us. This shows how not everyone is placing their bets on Airbus and are waiting for Boeing's NMA to be released before reaching any conclusions." The XLR is designed to cater to the middle of the market sector. It merges the long-range characteristics of a wide-body jet and the small body of a narrow-body jet into one package. This means it could fly a smaller number of passengers on a longer route. It will be used to connect secondary cities with other secondary cities or primary cities. It is crucial to know that during the Paris Air Show, neither the A350 or the 777X received any orders. Instead, most of the orders came from the narrow-body jets in the likes of the 737 MAX, A320 family, Embraer jets, and more. The planes that received the most orders, mainly the A321s and 737 MAX, all have one commonality, which is their increased range and ability to do transatlantic flights. This shows how the aviation market is evolving and the increased popularity of the point-to-point system. With the A380 ceasing production and 747-8 receiving limited orders, we would see a diminish in the hub-and-spoke method in the next decade or so in favor of more point-to-point flights. Of course, for airlines that already operate the A320 family of aircraft, the XLR would be a perfect fit for them since they all fall into the same type of certification. Crew training would be minimum, hence cutting the costs and time needed to train for a new type of certification. The plane would easily integrate into the existing fleet with no problems. As for Boeing, who have been looking into their NMA business case since 2015, the decision to not launch it in the Paris Air Show might be a calculated move. Business for them hasn't been great since the 737 MAX incidents, and with the amount of negative news surrounding them, it might not be a good idea to launch a new plane at this moment. It could also be said that they are waiting for Airbus to make the first move in order to produce a plane that better suits the task of competing with the XLR. Just like Sun Tzu once said, know thyself, know thy enemy. At this stage, it seems like Airbus is rocking it hard in the middle of the market sector. However, it's pretty hard to say as Boeing haven't released their own response to it. Since the Boeing NMA would be a completely new design, it could be better than the XLR on many levels, as it isn't restricted to the same body and design like the XLR is. Even though the XLR is expected to rake in even more orders in the future, many airlines are probably waiting for Boeing NMA to be released before making any decisions. What are your thoughts of the XLR? Leave a comment down below. That's all for today. See you next time. This is Sam, over and out.